Ain't nothing wrong with you, just remember you're special. Feeling hopeless and alone, just remember there's always God there to be there to help you. Put in effort, make mistakes, no one on this earth is perfect. Trials and tribulations both in life are guaranteed, but in the end it's all worth it. I'm hoping and I'm praying this is something relatable and the words are beneficial when someone out there can understand what I'm saying. Mind, muscle, motivation. Let's stop playing. Share it with the nation. It's Friday, it's Friday. That doesn't mean a thing to me. It's Friday. What's happening, y'all? Thank you for tuning in. Mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Like, subscribe, share. Let's get better together forever. Let's build a community. Like I said, it's Friday. To a lot of people that don't mean anything. Go to work tomorrow. For some people, they got that party tonight, getting planned right now as we speak. But either way, we blessed, we alive, we got an opportunity to do better, to be of an asset to our community, to our jobs, to our families. So let's continue to do just that. Today, before I even start, just get yourself relaxed, go to some private setting and just chill out. Watch your boy, listen to your boy. Let's talk. I want to talk about fear. Probably one of the most things that's talked about, and it's probably one of the most things that's controlling us as a human race, as individuals, and as a whole. Fear. I hope you remember, for those who are subscribers, to the video that I talked about when I had to walk to work. And it was something that I always knew I had to do, but it was a fear because I know it's not safe and it's very early in the morning. And I don't know if I mentioned or not, but I used to run at that time early in the morning. And it was even darker, but it was something about walking on that bridge. I mean, your boy is scared of heights, right on the edge, looking down, hearing the cars, the actual sound of them passing by and the speed in which they were going. It gave me a complete chill. Literally, my adrenals were shot all the way up. But let me tell you, when I got to work, I had my chest out. I might have been sore. I might have been cramping, but I had the utmost confidence. The utmost confidence. When I look back, you already know what it is. But that fear, first thing in the morning before I had to be at work, amongst other people, as you now know, should know, I'm an introvert. Maybe a bit on the shy side, but well kept to himself. But when I did that walk, when I went over that bridge, other people didn't even matter to me. I didn't even see them. So my point in case, we all need some type of fear factor in our lives. If you don't think you do, if you think you are good with your whimsical, relaxadaisical, that's not a word, it is now, life, and it's been working for you, well, just imagine how much more not better, but just try to understand how you can really see what you're made of and what you're capable of and what you're willing to do if you have some type of fear, some type of factor working against you. I don't think we should go about life every single day being relaxed, being calm. And I know I said that and that's how I appear, but trust me, that's not how it is inside. Externally, I'm everything I just said, but internally, I have some type of fear every single day. Every single day. And I don't need to go into it because everybody's fears are different. You know, if I go into my fears, you may not have any of them. But I promise you, having some type of fear, having some type of discomfort that you're not used to, it just, I don't know what it is that it gives or what it brings, but like I said, being around people for me, it isn't what I do. Can I do it? Well, yeah, of course. But when and while I'm doing it, I'm shaking. My head is down most of the time. I may look around to see my surroundings just to know what's there, but other than that, I'm not making a lot of eye contact with you. You have to talk to me before I talk to you. But again, that day, I think more than likely I was saying good morning. Hell, I made eye contact with everybody, grinning, saying what's up. I wear a mask to work. Uh, I might not even had my mask on that day. Just the fact that that fear of heights was just way worse than my fear of being around other people. It just helped. It really helped. And I got to mention working out is what I do every single day. Even going to the gym, my passion for working out, it pretty much succumbs the fear of being around another person that may be in the little gym that I go to. But it's still there, and it helps. It just helps. It may not even amount to the fear of heights or to the fear of being around a group setting, but still, I'm not at home. I'm not in the comfort of my home. I'm completely in discomfort. Even though the gym that I go to, I've been going there. I mean, there's people that I see there, and I mean, I was going there when it first opened. So it's not like there's anything there that's new, that's different, but it's just the fact that there's a different person in there that I may haven't seen, and that brings discomfort to me. But I need it. I need it, and once I get to working out, of course it helps. But that discomfort, I just need it because it doesn't push me to hurry up and work it out and finish, but it does push me to refocus on working out. So really for me, just the few factors that I mentioned when it comes to my fear personally, that fear that I may have, it pushes me to do what it is that I'm doing while in that discomfort or while having that fear. So say, for example, you have a fear of being in a group setting. Say you may have to go to a meeting, okay? You're not going to really focus on other people. You know they're there, but you're going to be looking straight. So whatever type of meeting, whatever type of subject matter, whatever it is that manager, whoever's talking, whoever's holding the meeting, whatever they're talking about, you're going to recall everything because your focus is going to want to be on that one person, not everybody else. So for me, having that fear, it just pushes me to do what it is I need to do. Walking over that bridge, I wasn't literally walking like this the whole time. When I started, I gave myself probably 10 seconds. 10, maybe, you know what? Probably 3 or 4. I think I elongated it a little too much because again, I'm afraid of heights, so it wasn't that long. But it sure did help me get over that bridge. Your boy started running, feet hurting and all. But having a fear factor, because I mean, like I said, if you're always chill and you're always in your comfort zone, how are you going to know what you really are capable of doing? Fear is a pusher, it's a motivator. So how are you going to ever? I mean, it doesn't have to be the only type of fear. Doesn't have to be the only type of motivation, but it is a type of motivation, and it is a type of push. So if you never have it, how are you going to know what you can receive from it? How are you going to know that type of factor that you have that can be had? How are you going to know what you can use it to help you do what you need to do? We don't have to dive into it, but we know so many entertainers and actresses and actors who started off having fear, being around crowds, even motivational speakers, people who don't like to talk, who later become motivational speakers. They started off having a fear. So, I mean, everybody being courageous and brave doesn't mean that you don't have fear. Being courageous and being brave is doing something even though you have fear. And we grow up pretty much having that completely twisted. We think in order to be brave and courageous, you having fear just it's not something that you have in your DNA. It's not something that you have in your mentality. No, you can be afraid. You can be fearful, and that's what makes you courageous and brave. You know, we're telling ourselves the complete wrong thing. Fear is needed in life, people. It really is. It's completely needed. Let me tell you, I know I know a person who I played football with, and before every game, I would look at them, and they're so quiet. And I didn't ask, but in my mind, I'm just wondering, like, are they afraid? Are they scared? I mean, why aren't they pumped up? I mean, literally looking at the other group of dudes that we're going to play against, I guess I didn't have to ask. I knew they were afraid. I mean, excuse me, I didn't have to ask. If you're looking at your opponent completely quiet when it comes to football, because when I describe that, you can say that person is focused. Like I picture a boxing match, a person's quiet and they're just looking down their opponent. Yeah, maybe they're focused, but this is football we're talking about. If you're looking at your opponent and you're not hyped up at all, I mean, you're not jumping around. You're just going through the motions when it comes to the warm ups. I mean, not being fully in and locked in and being doubtful and being afraid. First off, being doubtful, that's what gives you your that's what pretty much makes you discouraged. That's what makes you unsure of yourself. That fear can do just that. And it used to do that to me a lot. But once I noticed that, I just absolutely despise, I've said it before, I despise, not to get off the topic of the dude that I was talking about, but I pretty much answered my own. It wasn't a question, but I figured that out. He was scared. But I hate being afraid to do something, and if it's something that I'm fearful of, I I have to do it at least just once. I'm not going to keep doing it over and over, but I have to do it. Just like when I talked about when it came to the work related situation, being in a group setting, I had to eat in the front with everybody just to see how I would be. And now that I think about it, I probably have to do it again just to see. But I was shaking, and then I realized that not everybody's eyes are on me. But what I'm pretty much getting at is that fear only I pretty much created that fear. Me, we create our own fear by the what ifs that may happen, by the imagination. We're not afraid of the dark. We're afraid of what we think that's in it. When I see my son, uh, when I see my 3-year-old son, and I see him wanting to close the door, and he's looking back the whole time, and then I think about the different situations and moments when I would scare him coming out of the dark. I gave him that fear of the dark because he thinks something's going to pop out because it's what I did. So, I mean, think about it. If we were truly afraid of the dark, we wouldn't sleep. We wouldn't want to close our eyes. It's dark when we close our eyes. You can't see anything. So, and then back to the football thing. I got to finish up on that, but that doubt was created through my theory for him seeing a bigger person in pads and stronger and more athletic, all those things. It gave him that doubt. So he wasn't fully in. So that gave him the fear of what was going to be done from those bigger, stronger, faster opponents. And haven't you heard, the bigger they are, the harder they fall? that's just not something that was probably recorded into his mind, and he probably wasn't told that ever in his life. But that's not to say the here nor there. But fear, it can, oh, boy, can it make you stagnant. Boy, can it make you stagnant. There's so much talented, creative, and just blessed people who have all these things that God wants them to share with the world, and they're not, through that fear. Again, through that doubt that they don't have what it takes. And it's so funny. I've said this before as well, but people can see in us what we can't see in ourselves. People can see all the talent, all the creativity that we have, and we don't. And that's why people will stop you. And you know what? Now that I think about it, like I said, doing this helps me, and I pray that it helps you. But now that I think about it, that's why there's people who put so much negativity on other people, because they see what they can do. They see what they're capable of. So fear can also be created through other people. You know, the doubt that they have in themselves, and the utmost confidence that they know what you can do, the fact that they can't do it, they throw all these other rocks and stones at you. And then before you know it, you're afraid. There's the doubt. All that negativity, it all gets compacted into fear. Face everything and run. Oh boy. Or face everything and rise. Don't it just sounds better? Face everything and rise. Face everything and run. Ugh. It makes me cringe. Everything inside is just ugh. Face everything and rise. I love it. I love it. And something I've also said in the Bible is written every single day, for every single day. Do not fear. And I'm not contradicting myself. I know God himself says do not fear, but it doesn't mean that there's not going to be given anything in life to possibly fear. You know, for me, that's just saying that, you know, when you can have the day, the moment, the second, whatever it may be, to be afraid, don't. Face everything and rise. You know, God didn't give us a spirit of fear or intimidation, but a peace, love, and a sound mind, baby. You know, get reminded. Help me remind you right now, this very second, with this video, if you will allow it. I can't do it. I just, and I don't like using the word can't, but I will not allow my life to be ruled by fear. I just will not. I won't allow it for my son, especially even at the age of 3. I see the spark that he has. I see the type of energy he has. Even though it's a bad thing, I see how he doesn't accept the word no. All those things can be used for greatness. And you think I'm gonna let fear stop him? You must be out your mind. As long as God has given me the air in my lungs, as long as I'm here on this earth, fear will not be something that he even knows. Like I want him to be able to be like, what is that? Fear? What is that? I don't know what that is. It's not even said in my household. That's what I want. And you know what? That's how it can be for you. You can just change it. Change is inevitable, right? So why not let fear be something that you change in your life? You know, if you need to make that big move, instead of thinking about all the cons, think about some pros that can come from you moving. And that career change, you may be going down a pay, but think about the opportunities that job can bring that may elevate you into a higher position. Nah, forget fear. No, sir. We are all put here on earth for a reason, and that's not to be afraid every single day. I know I made a chuckle, but that, like I said, it doesn't even sound right. Why would you really think you were put here on this earth to be afraid? To be scared or intimidated by somebody? Come on now. No. God created you in his image. Excuse me. God created you in his image. And his image is not being afraid or having fear. Those things will happen in life. Those are factors that happen and that come with life. But understand, being afraid and having fear, it can be something that you may feel, but it doesn't have to be something that you become and something that stops you every single day of your life. Don't let it. You know, if people are disrespecting you, calling you out of your name, if you're, you know, a kid that may be watching this, which I hope, or just a younger person that may be in college, school, whatever, and people are throwing their insecurities on you, that's all it is. You know, if a bigger person approaches you and does what bigger people do most of the time, especially at a young age, they use it to intimidate. Just understand that's all it is intimidation. I mean, how great. Just paint an image. Think about how great it looks for a smaller person to not be afraid of a bigger person. It just looks right. It don't look right. A giant picking on a smaller person. I mean, come on. Don't encourage that, people. There's no hand clap. There's no being friends with that bigger person. That's completely out of the picture now. That's not something to be encouraged by if you want to be bigger, just to be dominant over somebody else. No. Fear, people. Let it change and get it up out your life. Get it up out of here. And let's go do something. Let's go accomplish that dream, or just try. Just try. Be in that group setting. Approach that person that you may like or just want to talk to. Go after that job that you want, that's biting at you and keeping you up all night. Just try. Just try. And let fear be your motivator. Let it be your motivator, people. Don't let it stop you. It's mind, muscle, spirit, motivation. Hopefully you were intrigued by this video, and hopefully it motivated somebody. It pushed somebody. And hey, let's give something to the world to remember us by. Let's be of an asset to the world, and let's give something to the world that God put in us. And that's not fear, let me tell you. Like, subscribe, share. Everybody stay blessed. Everybody have themselves a great, prosperous weekend. I will see you again tomorrow. The energy may be down because more than likely I'm going to be making the video before work. So y'all just bear with me, but that consistency, I just want to keep on, you know what I'm saying? Just keep on drilling in that thing. Y'all get your head out of the gutter. Until next time, we out here, y'all. Peace.